welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday. Today we're going to be kitting up my next diamond painting, which if you've been watching for like the last month, maybe, I've been talking, I've been talking about a kit that I've been very, very excited to work on, and it's finally time to kit it up. Apologies for my voice. It is very early here. Steven got up at 6 a.m. to go snowmobiling, and obviously I woke up. So I am filming kind of early, so apologies for the morning voice, but also the weather in our area has been like back and forth. Like it can't decide if it's winter or like winter going into spring. So it's been like 50, but then yesterday it was like 10 degrees. So this could be a mix of like beginning of winter cold and morning voice, so apologies for that. But the project that we're going to be kitting up today is Cozy Christmas. This is one of Diamond Art Club's new releases this year. I think it was back in like mid-October they did their big holiday season drop. I want to say there were like 50 new kits maybe, and this was one that obviously I was not passing on. I have unboxed this one on my channel. The artist is Rita Konya, who I love. I want everything that they've done with Diamond Art Club. This is a giant painting. It is a 69.9 by 93.8, and it is a square drill. So if you've been here through this year and probably through like part of last year, I've kind of been not loving large square drill kits, and honestly, I almost let that prevent me from picking this one up. And then I was like, no, I love this artwork. I really want to work on it. I want to work on it this year. So that's what we're doing. And I'm excited. I have seen, some people finish it. I know that Katie from Diamonds and Washi just finished this one, maybe in November. I think she worked on this one. And I've seen a couple of other people working on it for the Jingle Drills event, and it's just beautiful. I was looking at the kit a little bit like in depth yesterday when I was getting it out of the box and everything, and I was seeing like decent amounts of some areas that look like they have color blocking. For example, like, where's my picture? Like the wood and stuff looks like it's going to be pretty good line blocking. And I don't know. I think we'll be able to move through it pretty quickly. I do have one more kit that I would like to work on in December. Whether or not I get to it is, you know, we'll find out. Hopefully I can, though. All right, so we have 58 colors, I think. Yes, 58 colors. So I do have my Elizabeth Ward containers out. I have 2 trays of them. There's another one here with like more sizes. I'd like to try and get it all to fit into one. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but we'll see. I also have my oh gosh, I think they call this the nail saver tool from Kevin's DP Pens. I featured this in a small shop spotlight last month. I'm obsessed with this thing. It's great. I kitted down like 9 diamond paintings and I used this to take all the stickers off. Fabulous. I did buy this with my own money. And then I have some mini washi tape that I'm going to use on my containers. I like to put washi tape under my labels. It just makes it so much easier to come off. I have some scissors and I have some dryer sheets if we need them. I think that we're ready to start kitting up. I'm going to fill you guys in on my week, some Christmassy things, and then I do have like a holiday season set of tag questions that I thought we could go through. We've been doing a lot of like wrap-up videos. If you if you didn't see those last week, I did like my 2024 bucket list wrap-up. I did my 24 kits for 2024 wrap up, and then I also did my 24 books for 2024 wrap up. So last week was kind of like the let's get all these wrap up videos done, and then over the next week to week and a half, we'll be talking about, you know, 2025 plans and all that stuff. I might pause here for a second so I can go grab a drink so you guys don't have to listen to this froggy voice for the next hour. And I also want to grab a sweatshirt. So let me pour this in and then I'll take a quick break. Also, I'm going to grab a tray with a lid so we can take care of some of these staticky drills. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I went for a fuzzy cardigan instead of a sweatshirt. I got a drink and I got a tray, so we should be good to go. I also checked on Luna. So I mentioned that Steven left to go snowmobiling very early this morning. So Luna came into the bedroom and she is currently in our bed, like underneath all of the, not all of them. She's only under the comforter, but which is like one of her favorite places to be, honestly. But I don't like her to be there for an extended period of time. Like, I don't want her to get too hot. So I just wanted to check on her and make sure that she had like a little air hole so she could breathe. But that means that the door is open. So if we have a pop-in visitor, that's why. All right, let me cut some smaller pieces. Perfect. Okay, let's talk about what's been going on in Laura land, if you will. Let's see. This week at work was fine. I often talk about like work just being crappy, which I feel like many people can relate to. Like work just, why aren't I using this? Work does kind of just suck, right? Like, I don't know. I've never met somebody who completely 100% loves their job every second of every day. Now, I am very fortunate that I work with like really great people and I have a really great boss. So that definitely offsets some of the crappiness, if you will. I'm going to put you guys down a little bit so you can see a little bit better. So I did have a meeting with my boss about something. So basically, okay, if you're new here, I work in IT. I'm a computer technician at a local school district in our area. Before that, I worked for the same district, but I was a teaching assistant. I worked in the computer lab, so I did all of the, like, when the kids would come to the computer lab to write papers or, you know, research or anything, like, it was me. You don't often see TAs that have, like, their own classrooms, at least in New York State, but the nature of my job, like, I had 2 computer labs, so essentially, like, I didn't need to be supervised by a teacher, if that makes sense. The kids could come for study hall, they could come, teachers could sign out the computer labs to do research papers and all that kind of stuff. So the director of IT, when there was a computer technician job opening, he basically was like, hey, do you have interest in moving over to IT? I loved being a TA. But it was only a 10-month position, which is amazing. But unfortunately, at least in New York State, TAs do not have a good salary. Like, it's just a very low salary. And as much as I loved the 10-month aspect, and Steven and I had actually, like, kind of, I don't want to say planned it, but we kind of were like, this would be great when we have children because, like, on a TA schedule, you would be on a school schedule. So you wouldn't have to worry about daycare or, you know, babysitters once they got to school age. Unfortunately, that hasn't worked out for us so far. So we decided to, I'm saying we because obviously, like, Steven and I aren't married, but our lives are just very intertwined. Obviously, we want to get married, but we just haven't yet. It's kind of not, obviously I want to marry Steven, but I feel like we just kind of know that neither of us is going anywhere. And even if you do get married, you can still break up. So it hasn't really been a rush. I would like to be engaged. We've been together a long time, but it's not like the end all be all. It's not going to like ruin my life. You know what I mean? Anyway, so obviously I had the final decision because it was my life, but we decided, you know what? There might be more opportunities. Obviously a higher salary, moving to IT. So I ended up taking the job, and it's been more or less fine. I do miss being in the classroom. I miss being with the kids. But it's fine. So I have worked where I currently work in both capacities. Like my starting date as a TA was 2018. So I've been there for over 5 years at this point. And the contract for the computer technicians, it says in our contract, once you're there 5 years, you get 5 extra vacation days. So you get a total of 15 each year. So this July 1, I was like, sweet, I'm going to get 5 years. I'm going to get 15 days of vacation. That's going to be so awesome. Well, I didn't get it. So basically, I've kind of been fighting with the district office since July 1. Like, why aren't you giving me vacation time? It turns out that like DO doesn't like how it's written in the contract, and they think that you should only qualify for how long you've been a 12-month employee. But unfortunately, that's not what the contract says. So we just voted on a new contract, and they kept the wording the same. So basically, they're like, nah, you're not going to get it. So finally, I was like, you know what? Brought in my boss, and I was like, not really happy here. You know, like I'm reading the contract. So anyway, that's what our meeting was about. And we basically like read through the contract together. He wanted like my point of view, what I think, how I interpret it. And and then we calculated like my years of service even as a 10-month employee, and I would still meet the requirements of 5 years. So basically, it's kind of seems like DO is like trying to do me dirty and just not give me my time. And they want me to wait 5 years for my start date as a computer technician, which I started as a computer technician in 2021. So I'll be working for the district for a total of like 8 years before I get the extra 5 days, which just, I don't know, seems kind of crappy to me. And it's kind of like if they want the contract to read differently, then they need to adjust the contract at the next time, which isn't until I think 2029. We just voted for a new one that started July 1st of this year. So basically, I'm kind of getting strung along by district office, and it sucks. So fortunately, I have a really great boss who, you know, is helpful and wants to help with that stuff. I know that I'm very lucky in that regard. So it's kind of just been like, it's been a lot at work. I don't know. I'm kind of just going through like a period where I just don't really feel valued. Not by my immediate group, like not by my boss or my immediate coworkers, but just by everybody else. And that's not for me to try to be like, oh my God, sob story, but it just sucks. You know, it just sucks when you spend so much time at work and you just feel like you don't matter to anybody. And I'm somebody who's like, at work, I'm very overachieving, sometimes to a point of like, okay, like calm down. And I recognize that, but so even I have kind of tried to like scale back a little bit, and I feel like I'm not as go-getter as I usually am, which is just kind of a shame for the district. But anyway, work was work. It kind of sucked, but I have this week of work left, and then I took off next week and into the new year. So I'm very excited for that. It will help me a lot because I have some big videos coming up. I have a Christmas Eve and Christmas Day special this year. Just like my own thing. I'm not a part of the premiere special. Honestly, I just have never known how to become a part of that. Which is fine. I mean, we're hosting Christmas Eve and Christmas Day this year, so I don't even know if I could commit to being there for like a premiere or whatever. But I definitely tune in when I can. So anyway, I have this week of work. We have our Christmas party on Friday, and then I'm off for, I think it's like 12 days, including the weekend. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I feel like I just kind of need it to be like rejuvenated to be at work. As for this weekend, I'm going to take another drink. I'm really sorry. I always feel bad drinking on camera because I'm somebody who doesn't like sounds and stuff. So I totally get that people don't enjoy that. 334. I'm missing a color. No, I'm not. 334, 336. I'm playing that game with the Elizabeth Ward containers where you try and like completely fill the row. If you know what I mean. Like I want to make sure I'm squeezing everything in so I can try to get all the colors in that I want. Okay, so this weekend, if you watched Cozy Crafty Sunday, our craft was a little bit of a bust. So I ended up showing you guys my Christmas crack recipe. I'm filming this before that video has gone live, so I hope that you enjoyed that. But I have been doing a bunch of baking. So far I have made the peanut crack. I've also finished the cashew crack. I have the almond one going in the crock pot right now. I need to make the salted caramel bark, which I asked you guys in Sunday's video if you wanted that recipe. And like I said, that video hasn't gone live yet. So I might just film it this morning in case. And then if you guys don't care, then I can just delete the footage. And then I'm also going to make my Nutella fudge. Oh my gosh, so good. I actually got enough stuff to do a double batch of that this year because people went crazy for it last year. And then, ooh, sorry about that. Oh my goodness. I hope I'm not actually getting sick because that would be very upsetting to me. Okay, I'm trying to make all of like the no-bake stuff first so that during the week I can make the actual cookies, which obviously I want to be fresh. So that's the plan. Oh boy. Oh no, I thought these were gonna fit. Shoot. Maybe Elizabeth Ward's were a bad idea, but I'm already in it. So I think what I'll do, I think I'll keep extras in baggies. Okay, so dump these out. Pour these in, and I need to grab, okay, I have a marker right there. Perfect. I don't know why my brain thought that those were all gonna fit in one of those tiny containers. So I have a marker and I need some of these stickers here. Okay, so this is 336. Okay, so I will put these off to the side until I need to refill. And hopefully, maybe that will help me a little bit with trying to make sure I get all my drills squeezed into this Elizabeth Ward. Okay, 367. So anyway, as I was saying, I'm trying to make sure that I get all of the no-bake stuff, the stuff that just will last a bit longer, done first, and then each day when I get home from work, I can focus on like one type of cookie. So I'm making chocolate chip, obviously. I'm making peanut butter blossoms, which are the peanut butter cookies with the Hershey Kiss in the middle. And then I'm also going to make raspberry thumbprint cookies. So like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week, I will make a batch of each of those, and then they'll be just a bit fresher. And I'm doing all of this because, well, I always bake for Christmas. Steven likes to take cookies in to the guys at his work. I like to do like a cookie platter for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. But we're having our work Christmas party on Friday. And I think I mentioned this in Sunday's video, but out of our department, there are 3 females, and 2 of them are secretaries. So I'm the only female, like, actual technician. So I work with a bunch of dudes, and they don't care about any of that stuff. So I think it was last year I had mentioned to my boss, like, putting together a little Christmas party, and he was like, why haven't I ever thought of doing that before? So this is our 2nd annual Christmas party. And really, I'm just looking forward to it because I don't have to work on Friday afternoon. I'll go to lunch at noon, and then I'll come back. I don't actually ever leave my desk for lunch. I always take my lunch, but then it'll be time to set up for the party, and everybody's coming at once. So it should be nice. We had a good time last year. The entire department is kind of spread throughout the school district. So we don't often get to see each other. So like where my office is, it's one other computer technician and one of the network admins. And then at the high school, there's a computer technician and a network admin. At district office is where like our system admin is and our coders. And then our director of IT is at a totally different building. So we don't really all get together very often. So having the Christmas party is nice. So yes, that's that. I'm looking forward to it. As for other Christmassy things, I have wrapped everything that I have here. I did that yesterday in between making all the clusters, the peanut and cashew clusters. So everything is wrapped that I have. I am waiting for just a couple of things to get here. One of my sister's presents, I think, is coming Wednesday. I'm waiting on a stocking stuffer for Steven, which I think is actually supposed to be here today. And then I'm missing a gift each for my nieces. My oldest nieces should be here today. And then my younger nieces says it should be here between the 20th and the 27th. So I'm kind of freaking out about that. I hope it gets here in time. I'm like always on top of my gifts, but the thing that she wants is like a specific color of something, and it kept going in and out of stock on Amazon, and I was like, oh my god. So it finally came back, but it didn't come back with like the little Prime logo thing. It was like, you know, between the 20th and 27th. So obviously I ordered it right away, and I'm hoping that it gets here in time because her sister has the same item but in a different color. So I don't want to give one of them the thing and then not the other one. So hopefully it gets here in time. I'm still holding out hope. If it doesn't, then I'll probably just keep my older nieces. Like, I just won't give it to her on Christmas, and then I'll give them each theirs once the other one gets here, if that makes sense. I hate when stuff doesn't come on time, though. But other than that, I'm ready to go. We have not done our Christmas food shop yet. It's so funny because I put everything in the Walmart.com cart. I like to do pickup. It's just so much better for like knowing what you're spending and not impulse buying. So I went ahead and did the Walmart order, and I had everything we needed for the rest of this week, all of next week, and, you know, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, all that stuff. So obviously the cart was like a lot of money, right? Usually Steven and I are about $160-ish. We have like a lot of things that we like, so we always know what we're buying. It doesn't really deviate too much except for like dinner recipes if we come up with something new. So when I told him the total, he was like, what? And I was like, Steven, it's Christmas. We're hosting Christmas Eve for his parents, and we're also hosting Christmas morning for my family. So, you know, it's a fair amount of money, but I dropped my scissors. He was like, well, why don't we just wait? And I was like, fine. So I took everything out of the cart that wasn't for the week, and I checked out. And he's like, well, actually, like, we're going to be spending the money anyway. And I'm like, right. Exactly. And he's like, well, maybe just do it anyway. And I was like, Steven, I already ordered. I took everything out of the cart. Like, no, we're just going to have to wait. Which is frustrating because Walmart is on my way home from work. So I'm always the one who stops and picks up the groceries. Steven hasn't, I think he did a grocery pickup with me like 2 months ago or something, because we ended up doing it on a Saturday or a Sunday. So he went with me. But generally, he doesn't do the grocery orders. He doesn't do the grocery pickup. He doesn't put them away. And that's not me ragging on Steven. He does plenty of other stuff. He pretty much does like all the outside stuff by himself, like mows the lawn and everything. So it's fine. But now I'm like, I'm going to be going to Walmart for grocery pickup on like December 21st. What are the odds that they have everything I need? Ugh, I was so annoyed. So at some point, I do need to put in a freaking grocery order and go get it. And honestly, it's going to be the same amount of money or probably more, because we're going to be like, oh yeah, we need this now too. Pain in my butt. So anyway, we're getting there though. Christmas is a-coming. Steven did order his parents' presents, so I can wrap those as soon as they get here. And we'll be good to go. I feel pretty good about Christmas this year, like aside from not having the groceries yet. I feel pretty good about what I got people and everything being wrapped. I'm not somebody who like gets super stressed at Christmas time like some other people in my family. I love Christmas. It's after Christmas that I'm like, ugh. Once like after New Year's, and then you're just sitting in snow with nothing to look forward to. That's what I don't like. But yeah, I feel pretty good. Let me know where you guys are at with your Christmas plannings if you celebrate. I feel like the way Christmas falls this year is weird. So my sister and her in-laws, her husband and his family is massive. So they do like a separate Christmas celebration, usually before Christmas. So like everybody can see their families, like the other side of the family and whatever. It's just really hard to get all of them together. So my brother-in-law has 1, 2, 3, 4, he has 6 siblings, if I'm not mistaken. They're all married and they all have kids. So there's just a lot of, there's a lot of people. So my sister and I started a couple of years ago where my nieces would come to our house for a sleepover the weekend before that, the weekend of that. So that way my sister and brother-in-law could get presents wrapped up and sent off to Santa, and then my sister could get herself ready for their other family Christmas without the girls, running around. It just kind of, it just helped them, and I like to be helpful to her, of course. And I love just having my nieces. So it kind of just became a tradition that we always had a Christmas sleepover. when they were really small, they used to make Christmas gifts for their parents while they were here, and we would bake and all that stuff. Well, this year, they're having their Christmas on the 21st, so the girls will be here for a sleepover next Saturday, but I'll already have all my baking done because my Christmas party's the 20th. So I don't know. We'll have to see what we decide to do. Steven and I were looking at, there's like a light attraction that you drive through. It's $35 a car. And then if you don't pre-order tickets and you buy them at the gate, it's $45. I was like, what? So I don't know if we're going to do that. We might just have like a Christmas movie night. And if they want to make something for their parents, they can do that. But usually they help bake stuff, and not this year, unfortunately. I don't know. I just feel like Christmas falls weird this year, but maybe that's just me. So I think that that's everything. Oh my. I think that's everything in terms of catching you up on like my week and Christmas prep and all that fun stuff. So I think we'll move into the tag questions. I just have to grab my iPad. It's behind me here. Let me just get these in here. I cannot believe, so I'm filming this on the 15th. I genuinely cannot believe that there's 10 days until Christmas. So when you guys are watching this, there's 9 days. December is literally flying by. Oh my goodness. All right, let's pull this up. Okay, so this is the Christmas tag. Is this the same one I did last year? That's okay. I don't remember. We'll see. Let's make room here for my iPad. Oops, sorry. Okay. Question number 1 is, hold on, let me get organized here. 398. Okay. Question number 1 is, what is your favorite Christmas film? Ooh. My favorite Christmas movie is The Santa Claus. The original one, the first one with Tim Allen. The second and third one are fine. I don't love them. But the first one is just so nostalgic. I remember vividly watching that for the first time with my nanny, my grandmother, not an actual nanny. We called her nanny. In her house. She has obviously since passed away, and I so vividly remember watching that with her, and it's just one of my favorites. It's just like the Christmas magic is real with that one, and I love it. Also, you know, Elf is a great movie. I know it's not a lot of people's favorites, but I love that movie. I haven't watched either this year, so I think I'm gonna need to rectify that. Maybe while I'm baking, I can put one of those on. I think they're both on HBO Max, so should be easy to do. But yeah, I do love The Grinch, the one with Jim Carrey. I do love that one as well. He's just so great in that movie. So I guess top 3. I hate A Christmas Story, no offense. And I've never seen National Lampoon's Christmas, which I know is a lot of people's favorites. Let me know what your favorite Christmas movie is. I would like to know. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones that I really enjoy. But I think those are like the top 3 that each year I'm like, okay, I need to make sure I set aside some time to watch these movies. I also love the... is it I'll Be Home for Christmas with Jonathan Taylor Thomas? If you know, you know. Yeah, that's a good one too. And obviously I've seen the Home Alones. Those are great as well. But I think my favorite definitely is the Santa Claus. Next question. Have you ever had a white Christmas? Oh, yes. I live in New York State, and we've had some Christmases with some snow. I'll tell you that. We were hoping we would have snow this year, but it's not looking so great. We had a bunch of snow really early. We had a huge storm on Thanksgiving, and I was like, oh, good. Bunch of snow. It'll stick around for Christmas. No, we had a bunch of rain, and it warmed up to like over 50 degrees, and all the snow is gone. In our area, at least. Thankfully, where Steven likes to go to snowmobile, there's still snow. Where do you usually spend your holidays? Usually my house. So Steven and I have a big Christmas Eve celebration. It started as just like for us, like snacks, appetizers, all that kind of stuff. And then we started inviting his parents. So his parents come here for Christmas Eve. I think I misjudged. Damn it. That's okay. His parents come here for Christmas Eve. And we do like a Christmas movie, snacks, and then for Christmas Day, my sister and I alternate hosting. So this year is our year, and we'll host brunch with my dad, and then obviously my sister, my brother-in-law, my nieces will come over. We'll do presents, we'll do brunch, we'll hang out for a little bit, and then Steven and I will go to his parents' house. So we move around. We've got some stuff that we have to do, places to go. But I'm very much a homebody. I think we've probably established that by now on my channel. So I do just prefer to be home. Last year, my sister hosted Christmas morning, which was nice, obviously. It is nice to alternate because it's like not every year are you the one kind of putting everything together. So it is nice. I'm glad that we do that. And obviously, my sister doesn't want to have to travel everywhere every year either. So I'm glad that we figured that out. It kind of works really well. And then, like I mentioned, we'll go to Steven's parents for dinner. It's an earlier dinner every year, man. It's an early dinner. Like, too early. So we do brunch from like 11. I think my family's coming over at like 10:30, if I'm remembering correctly. So like, 10:30 to noon, 12:30, 1 o'clock, people will kind of hang around. And I guess we're having dinner at Steven's parents at 1. So, yikes. Not quite sure how that one's going to work out, but we'll do our best to get there. Obviously, we have to like pick up the house a little bit because we can't leave a bunch of food out with Luna around. So we might be a little late to that one, but Steven's aunt lives. She doesn't live far away. She lives by my sister. So she doesn't live far away, but she doesn't like to drive at night, which is fair, especially this time of year with deer and everything. But when Steven was like, yeah, 1 o'clock, I was like, what? Are we even going to be done with my family by then? So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can make it. But I already told Steven, like, I'm not going to rush through Christmas with my family just to get there for 1 o'clock dinner. So we'll see what happens. But, all right, next. Your favorite Christmas song? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays by NSYNC, obviously. Also, how can you not love Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas? Now, I know that it's kind of like, maybe the last like 5-ish years, it's kind of gotten a bit out of hand with how much people talk about that song, but it's still so good. I also love the Whitney Houston song from The Preacher's Wife. That's such a good Christmas movie. Ooh, that's a really good one. I wonder if that's streaming anywhere. That song is very good as well. I kind of love the like old school divas. Remember when they used to do the Divas show on VH1? Is that what it's called? If you guys are like around my age or older, you probably know what I'm talking about. I love when those like belty singers sing Christmas songs. It's just so good. I'll tell you a Christmas song I hate. Bruce Springsteen's whatever that Christmas song is. I hate that song. Anytime it comes on the radio, I'm like, nope. Number 5 is, do you open any presents on Christmas Eve? I don't anymore. When I was younger, and by younger I mean like early 20s, we used to do Christmas Eve with my mother. Now she still does that. I just don't go. Because trying to go, like for my sister, to try to go to everybody's house when the kids were really small. And then obviously my parents aren't married, so trying to get time to go to my dad's house, trying to do everything on Christmas Day was just overwhelming for everybody. So my mother started hosting Christmas Eve, which is when we would all do presents with her. So I used to open presents on Christmas Eve. I don't anymore. And, you know, I don't mind. I didn't really love Christmas Eve presents because then it's like, what about Christmas? So, yeah, we don't. Usually we do like pajamas, Christmas pajamas on Christmas Eve. So I guess that's a present, but we don't do any Christmas gifts on Christmas Eve. Come on, you can do it. You're gonna fit in there. I know you are. Put my stopper in here. All right, next question. Can you name all of Santa's reindeer? You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet, Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph. Yes, I can. Of course I can. What an insulting question. On the tag that I picked out for myself. All right, next up. What holiday traditions are you most looking forward to this year? So a family holiday tradition from as long as I can remember is our Christmas Eve tradition, which is new Christmas pajamas and a Christmas movie. We've done that. I've done that my entire life. Like, as long as I can remember, we have done Christmas jammies and a Christmas movie. Now, obviously, it's a little bit different now. I buy my own Christmas pajamas, but still a tradition nonetheless. And I've gotten Steven in on it the last couple of years. So I think this year we're going to watch Red One with The Rock and Chris Evans. Oh my gosh, who's the guy that plays Santa? He does the Progressive commercials. No, State Farm commercial. No. Jake from State Farm. Flo from Progressive. Dang it. What commercials does he do? I can't remember. But that just came out on Prime. So I think maybe we'll watch that. But also the girls are coming for a sleepover next Saturday. So maybe we'll watch that one. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I remember the year that Elf came out. And my mother bought the VHS. That was our Christmas movie that year. God, I feel old. Other than that, I can't really think of any other, like, traditions. Obviously, like, getting together. Oh, stockings. Stockings are, like, the tradition. I love putting together stockings for people. I even did one for my sister this year because I know that she doesn't usually get one. Well, maybe she does. But I got, you know, the sister treatment in the stockings. But when we were younger, we had these massive stockings. Like, I'm not even kidding you guys. Like, I think I still have mine in the basement. It was huge. And my mother used to fill it to the top. Like, stockings were the gift. Obviously, we got a bunch of really nice other presents, other gifts, but the stockings were always the most exciting. And I love doing that for my nieces and for Steven. But yeah, I love stockings. I started this tradition a few years ago. I saw it online somewhere and I like fell in love. I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. So I like to wrap some of the things that go in their stockings. I don't wrap the entirety of what's in their stocking, but some of the like easily to wrap gifts I do like to wrap. Let me know if you do that, if you wrap stocking stuffers, because some people do and some people are like, what? I don't recall my mother ever wrapping our stocking stuffers. She just used to shove everything in them. But I came across this tradition a few years ago now that at the bottom of the stocking, you would hide the child's or the person's wrapping paper. So I started doing that with my nieces and it's so much fun. Like, they have to root through their stockings, find their stuff, open their presents that's in there, and then right at the bottom, then they can see which pile of presents is theirs. It kind of just like, I don't know, it just kind of keeps the suspense a little bit more. I feel like Christmas morning goes by so quickly that anything I can do to kind of prolong it, I do. And I think that that's just a fun thing to do. Unfortunately, Steven can't open his stocking first this year because one of his stocking stuffers will spoil his like big main present. So he's gonna have to do his stocking last. So I couldn't do the wrapping paper thing. He's just gonna know which pile is his. But I do it more so for my nieces. I think it's just a fun, I don't know. It's fun to me. Let me know if you guys have ever seen that or maybe you do that too. And do you do your stockings first or do you do presents and then stocking stuffers? I think for us it was always stockings, if I remember correctly. So let me know what you do. Is your Christmas tree fake or real? All of mine are fake. It's so funny. I used to work at a Christmas tree farm and I was like the butt of everybody's joke because I was Christmas tree farm girl who had fake trees in her house. Ooh, I gotta go stir my almond. I'll be right back. All right, almond clusters have been stirred. What was I talking about? Christmas trees. Yeah, they're all fake. I have a little bit of a fear of real Christmas trees. I don't know, like them catching on fire and having to remember to water them, not being able to have them up as long. I just prefer the fake trees. Let's see, this year I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 trees in our house. The only room that doesn't have a tree is our bathroom. So maybe next year I'll have to see what I can do. But yeah, definitely fake trees. Let me know if you still buy a real tree. My sister got a real tree this year. I kind of like with the fake tree being able to decide where things go. Like if I found the perfect branch, but it doesn't bend perfectly, I can just bend it how I want it to be. So yeah, plus I put my trees up very early, as you guys all know. All right, next question. What is your all-time favorite holiday food or sweet treat? Oh boy. Oh boy. My dad makes these amazing ham biscuits and we usually have them Christmas morning. I love them. I love ham. I don't eat turkey on like any of the big holidays. I always have ham. So it's my favorite, obviously. So I'm very excited that he's bringing those for Christmas morning. Oh, so good. Sweet treat. Maybe just like a good old-fashioned gooey chocolate chip cookie. There's something that's just so Christmassy about that. But also the candy recipe that I gave you guys yesterday, So good. I just stirred the almond cluster version, which is my first time making them with almonds. I wouldn't be surprised if they become a new favorite. I'm not gonna lie. All right, 823. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to put these a little bit out of order because if I do 869 first, I can fit another, oh gosh, where did those all come from? I can fit another tiny container in this row. I made a mess when I kitted down whatever was in here last. So yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit out of order. So we're gonna do 869 first, and then we'll start the next row with 823. This doesn't bother me when I'm working on my kit because I always just look for the symbol. I never match. I know some people will like find the symbol on their canvas and then they'll go to the side legend and match the symbol with the DMC. I don't do that. I just go right to my containers and I look for the symbol. The only time that I look at the DMCs is when I kit down. So. And lately I haven't been actually kitting down. I've just been putting all my drills in a Tupperware container. Oy. All right, so we're going to start with 823, and I think, ooh, I'm out of some of the smaller ones. These ones. Oh, I forgot to give you guys the most exciting update of the week. Steven finally started watching Friends with me, and he loves it. Yes, so exciting. All right, next question. Be honest, do you like giving gifts or receiving gifts better? I love to give presents. And like, I think about Christmas gifts all year long. I keep a running list in my phone, especially for Steven, because Steven will just say like, oh wow, that'd be cool, or ooh, I'd like one of those. So I keep a running list all year for his birthday in May and then for Christmas. But there's just something about like getting the people in your lives the perfect present. I take it a little bit too seriously, honestly. I love giving presents. Do I like getting presents? Yeah. I mean, of course I do. But my birthday and Christmas are a month apart. And it's kind of like, this is going to sound so like greedy. I don't mean it this way. It's just the easiest way to say it. It sucks getting all your presents like one time of year. And I know some of you have Christmas Eve birthdays that are watching. I don't know if any of you have a Christmas Day birthday. But it's the same for my dad. His birthday is at the beginning of January. And it's like, although he gets gifts on Father's Day, so it's kind of not the same. But you know, you get all your presents one time of year, and then the rest of the year you're kind of like, whatever, I'll just buy it for myself. So I kind of just have that mentality all the time of like, I'll just buy it myself. That I struggle when it comes time to give a Christmas list or a birthday list. I'm like, I don't really need anything. So I definitely prefer to give gifts because like I think about it a lot. I think about what I'm going to give people. With my nieces, I'm like very particular because I try, and I know parents out there will understand, I try to give them the same number of gifts, but also the same dollar amount of gifts. And I did really good this year. I was adding stuff up and they're each getting 5 like presents. They each have one big present and then they have 4 other little smaller presents. And then they have stockings. I spent the exact amount on their 5 presents between the 2 of them. The exact same amount and the same number of presents. I was like, way to go, TT. That's what they call me, by the way. So yeah, I love giving presents. I love it. It's, oh my gosh, I'm making a mess. The static is killing me. Especially like with my nieces, I try to kind of stay up with what's cool and relevant. You know, they're 14 and 12. So I try to make sure that they're getting stuff that they want, cool stuff, because I know what it's like to be like the 15-year-old girl getting something from your aunt that you're like, I'll never wear that ever, but thank you so much. You know, and your mom's like giving you the death glare in the corner, like, say thank you, even though it's the last thing you wanted. So yeah, I put a lot of time into gift ideas and all that stuff. So I'm excited for this year. I think I did pretty good. So all in all, answer to that question, I love giving presents to the people that I love. It's something that makes me really happy. All right. Next up, what would be your dream place to visit during the holiday season? You know, I'm not really one to visit places. I feel like I'm lucky that I live in a climate where we generally have snow, because it's not Christmas to me without snow. I know, you know, I'm very tongue-tied today. Apologies. I know people who live in Florida, who live in the South in general, who don't have snowy Christmases. I know if anybody here is watching from Australia, it's like summer for you guys. Is it spring or summer right now? I can't remember. I couldn't imagine having Christmas in the summer. I couldn't do it. So I feel like I kind of live in a good Christmassy area. So I don't know. I don't know that I would really have, maybe the mountains, like Midwest mountains. You guys get snow there, right? I think you get a lot of snow there. I think maybe that would be cool, but nothing really sticks out in my brain as like somewhere I'd love to be other than at home for Christmas. Can I fit all of these in here? I'm going to close the lid. I'm going to give it a little shake. Try to get these drills down so I can fit in this tiny amount. Come on, spread yourselves out. You can do it. Oh, it's going to work because I lost about 10 drills right there. All right, come on. Come on. Stop it. I was hoping that the square drills would be a little less staticky than some of the rounds that I've been working on lately. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Let's see. Are you a pro present wrapper or do you fail miserably? I would consider myself a pro present wrapper. I wrapped everything this weekend, like I mentioned earlier, and I love wrapping presents. Now, I didn't go above and beyond this year with my present wrapping. I'm not going to lie. Usually I go to the store and I pick out like specific wrapping paper for my nieces. I decided this year to just go from what I had in my wrapping paper bins because they're overflowing. I have too much wrapping paper. I always buy more of one paper than I need, especially for the girls, because it's like if I run out, then they're not going to have the right wrapping paper. And that's kind of become something new for me in the last 5 years, maybe. I've always loved to wrap, and like I go all out. Ribbon, bows, I do it all. But I used to just kind of mix up wrapping paper and use whatever I wanted. Now, I'm not one of those people who have like a wrapping paper theme. I wish I was, but I'm not. I tend to buy wrapping paper after Christmas when it's on clearance. So you can't necessarily like really get a theme going. But over the years, like I said, probably within the last like 5-ish years, I've started using specific wrapping paper for each person. And that way I just like, I know whose presents are whose. So all of Steven's presents are wrapped in one paper. All of the girls' presents are wrapped in one paper. Their stocking stuffers are a different paper just because of the little wrapping paper thing that I put at the bottom of their stocking. So like each person has a wrapping paper. They don't all go together, but I kind of try to match them to the person, right? So like my brother-in-law has a more manly wrapping paper. My sister has like a really pretty colored one type of thing. I remember when I was a kid when it was just like a free-for-all, and I loved that. And I've done that in the past, but it's just a little bit easier to know whose presents are whose as you're wrapping them. Because I don't always do gift tags. Oh dear. Oh boy. All right. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. We've got drills flying everywhere. Last Christmas, I had to wrap all of my own presents from Steven. So like he put them into Amazon boxes and then brought them down to me to wrap because he's just so bad. He's so bad at wrapping. So I guess he's kind of smartened up this year because he had my birthday presents delivered to his parents and his mom wrapped them. And then he had my Christmas presents also delivered to his parents. And I'm assuming that she has probably already wrapped them. So he's something. He claims it's the tape dispenser that we have, but ironically, I have no problems. So I think it's a Steven issue. All right. I'm a little nervous that we're not going to fit all in one Elizabeth Ward container, but we'll figure that out. All right, 900s are right here. I don't know that I'm going to be able to fit these in the smallest size, but bet your bottom dollar I'm about to try. Also, I think I'm out of dryer sheets. 926. Maybe I can. Oh yeah, we're good. Perfect. I'm gonna have to sweep this floor when I'm done here. I just have drills like flying all around me. I've got washi tape stuck to my cardigan. Ay, ay, ay. All right, 927. I don't know if that's gonna fit in a small one, but we'll see how many, and then I can put them in a baggie if I need to. We're saving space, trying to save space. 926. Nope, 927. We do have a few more questions, but I want to get through a few more of these drills before. All right, so that's going to be it for 927. Let me grab a baggie and make a label. $9.27. I hate when all my drills aren't in containers. I really do. Am I the only one, or is that like a thing? My preference is just to have everything I need kitted up in my containers, and then I don't have to worry about it. But even if I had used the Craftmate lockables, I don't think everything would have fit. Oh God. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see that? I literally just picked this up and the drills just came flying at me. Oh gosh. Let me put the lid on. You know, I'm not really sure if I've mentioned in any kit ups lately how much I hate static, but just in case you guys are wondering, that is sarcasm. All I talk about is static. Oh, bother. Come on. Do we have any left in here? I'm going to have to go grab another dryer sheet. I thought I had enough, but I in fact do not. So let me go grab a dryer sheet. Sorry for all the cuts in my videos lately. I feel like I've been cutting a lot recently. But sometimes it just is what it is, I suppose. Let me go grab another dryer sheet, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back with dryer sheets. And unfortunately, I only have 12 minutes left on my candy timer, so I'm gonna have to take another break. But that's okay. Let's cut up some of these. Actually, I haven't heard from Steven yet. That annoys me. I haven't heard that he made it to the parking lot yet. So I'm gonna have to send him a text message. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss it while I had my phone on Do Not Disturb. But the silly boy has not texted me yet. All right, this will get us going for now. Next color is 946. Another big bag. Great. All right. Hopefully I can fit them into this one. We are almost done with our second sheet of stickers though, so that's good. I think we can make that work. Let's do a nice big piece for our tray. Put our stopper in and the lid. Give it a shake. Okay, I think we've got those all. Put a piece in and we're done. Excellent. Now we can do a small bag of 963. The next question on the list is one that I'm not going to answer because I acknowledge that some of you might have little ears around. And I am not going to answer it. I will put it in the description box just so that you guys understand why I don't want to answer it. I'm sure you're probably getting the gist of it. It's about the big guy, all right? And I will not be answering that question. How dare they add that onto a YouTube Christmas tag? My answer is never. Okay? Absolutely never. 3064. Can use this one. Next we have, do you make New Year's resolutions? Do you stick to them? I don't make resolutions anymore. I feel like I used to buy into the hype, but they're not for me. I do like a yearly diamond painting bucket list kind of resolution thing, I guess it could be considered, but no, I don't buy into the hype. I think that people just like the idea and then don't follow through. So what's the point? Not a resolution type of gal. .33s. We need the 33s. Here we go. So we have 3525, not 35, 3325, 3326, 28, and 71. We're getting there. We are almost done, but I don't think I'm going to make it into the one storage container, which is a bummer, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm not giving up. 33.25. I'm kidding this up and I'm like giggling to myself like, girl, what have you gotten yourself into? This is a massive kit with square drills. What are you doing? But I'm still excited. I'm hoping I have time to at least start this one. Fingers crossed, because I know I'm probably not going to get any diamond painting done on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I'd like to at least get some kind of start on it. Even if I'm only getting like a section done a day, at least something. 33.26. A cute little bag. Love to see it. I almost just chopped my finger off. What am I doing? I got a little too excited, I think. I was like, finally a bag I don't have to fight with to fit into the container I want. Still fighting with the static though. How annoying am I about talking about static? You can tell me, be honest. How annoying am I? I have to bring it up in at least every kitten chat, right? But do I go a little overboard? Maybe. I recognize that I probably do. Next up we have 33.28, which I fear I will not be able to fit into a small one, but I might try a small one and then put what is left in a baggie like I've kind of been doing. We are going to have a few colors in baggies, but I think I'll be all right. I kind of wish I had done that with some of the earlier colors, but fill up as much as we can. Actually, I might be able to get all these in there. Let's try to get rid of some of the static though, before I try. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your drills. Shake your drills. Can I do it? Ooh, it's gonna be tight. Oh, it's gonna be tight. Am I being overzealous here? I'm willing to part with one or two if it means. Oh, yes. Yes. I didn't even lose a drill. All right, 33.71. I do need a big container for, because we have 3 bags. Perfect. Okay, the final question on our Christmas tag is, what makes the holidays so special for you? Now, I think I have got my point across that I just love Christmas. I love the atmosphere. I love planning everything, planning out gifts and menus, events. I love all of that stuff. But it really just comes down to, I feel like everybody is so, I shouldn't say everybody. Most people are so like family focused during Christmas, and I love that. And honestly, like, it's something that I need to be better at too throughout the year. But I feel like once we get into like September, everything to me just becomes so much more family centered, like trying to see everybody more. And I don't know, but some, like, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, even Thanksgiving and New Year, there's just something about like getting together with your family and making the time to see each other that I love. You know, should we be focusing on that throughout the entirety of the year? Yes. But is it easy to fall behind and, you know, not see each other as often, not talk to each other as often? Yes. But knowing that, you know, I'm going to see my entire family together in 10 days from now is nice. And we just get to, you know, hang out and giggle about presents that, you know, we got each other and all that kind of stuff. It just, family is what makes the holiday season for me. Even if that's like a cliche answer, it is my answer because I just have like such fond memories. Alexa, stop timer. Sorry about that. I have such fond memories of being with my family and, you know, family members that are no longer a part of my life for various reasons. It's just like such a good time to reflect on memories and traditions and all of that fun stuff. So I love Christmas. We all know I love the decorations, but I also just love the family aspect of it as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go finish my almond candies. And then I think I'm going to finish kitting this up off camera. Please don't yell at me. I think I'm going to finish kitting this up. And then I'm going to come back and I'll show you guys how everything looks, if I was able to fit it into one Elizabeth word. And we'll meet back here shortly once I get this wrapped up. Maybe I'll come back and do the special drills with you guys because we have a crystal, we have an AB, and then we have like 4 or 5 fairy dust drills. So let me go take care of some other life stuff that I need to do, and then we'll come back and we'll finish this kitting up. All right, everyone, I'm back. My almond candies are cooling. I realized in yesterday's video that I said that I was going to put the candies out in the garage to cool. And I just wanted to clarify that I didn't just leave them out in the garage. They're actually in the trunk of my car in the garage. So, you know, we don't have critters or anything in our garage, but just in case, they are like housed in something that that can't be harmed. All right, so this is where I'm at with our drills. I have this small amount of space right here to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 special drills in. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to be just 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I need to, dang it. Maybe I'll just leave one out to the side. I have had to use baggies for some of the drills, but if I put this in a small one with a baggie, I'm still gonna be just off, I think. Yeah. All right. So I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll just have one of the special drills off to the side. Ooh, that's annoying. We'll make it work. All right, so let's start with our AB. I am probably gonna have to put some of these in baggies as well. I don't want to have a second Elizabeth word for like 4 colors, you know what I mean? So let's just see what we can do here. So here's our yellow AB. And then we'll do, where'd my labels go? So this is AB 3078. Look how small the text is for that. This is actually my first kit with the, ABs at the bottom, like at the end of the legend. It's weird. It doesn't like actually affect anything. It's just, I feel like you get used to working on things done a certain way that all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. Why isn't the AB number 1? I think this is my first kit with them. Okay, so there's our AB. Next we have our crystal, which I think we'll be able to fit in the container. Here we go. I have too many things on my on my desk right now. I'm like, wait a minute, what am I grabbing for? I'm excited for the crystals. I did show you guys where the special drills were when I unboxed it, but I'm not gonna lie, I forget. So it's gonna be a surprise to me again. Next up, we have the red fairy dust drill, which we have 3 bags of, which is very exciting. And I'm very sad I don't get to put them all in their own container, but that's okay. So 6, 6, 6. I hate saying multiple 6s in a row because I feel like I just sound funny. So we'll see how many we can get in of that. Close that. We'll grab a baggie. We'll pour the rest of these in the baggie. A little bit of static, so I'm going to put a dryer sheet in here. And make a label. Next up, we have our green fairy dust drill. So many special drills. I might be able to fit one of these bags in its entirety in here. What do we think? Maybe not. Better safe than sorry. I think what I will do though, because I do see quite a bit of static in the green, I think I'll try to put all of these into a baggie. So let me put a piece of dryer sheet in here. So that I can dump all of the drills on top of it. All right. I lost a few. Come on. Come out. Forget it. And let's pour these in as well. Just gonna grab another little dryer sheet here. Shake these up. So hopefully they'll just pour right in. Good enough. If I'm missing a few, oh well. I'm sure we'll have plenty. This is Z701. I'm so glad that Diamond Art Club went with the green fairy dust instead of the green AB for this one, because sometimes the green AB can lean blue. So I'm really excited to see the fairy dust instead. All right, and then we have our yellow. So let's pour that in. This one, I think I should be able to get all of these in. Play nicely. I think we'll make it with the yellow. Oh boy. Sorry for that dramatic sigh. I'm just kind of over it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm ready to be done kitting this one up because I just really want to work on it. And the faster I kit it up and I have them sitting with dryer sheets for a bit, the sooner I can work on it. All right, so we did get all of the yellow. So all we have left is our 3865. And since I'm going to be putting this just off to the side, I am going to put these ones in a larger container. And that's fine. One container not fitting in isn't the end of the world. I will have to do something else for my trash trails though. But I'll figure that out when I choose my accessories, which I haven't done yet. Let's see if we can get these all in without too much of a mess. One bag. Two bags. Three bags. Not too bad, considering not too bad. And I'm going to shove this big piece of dryer sheet in here. You all play nicely, okay? Thank you very much. Got some leftover washi tape there. All right, finally, my diamond painting is kitted up. I feel like this took me a lot longer than I was anticipating. But here we are. Here are all of our colors. Again, I'm going to let these sit for a bit. I have some adulting that I need to do this morning, some laundry, all that fun stuff. But I'm really hoping that I can, at some point today, sit down and start this diamond painting. Now, something that I did want to mention, because this was brought up a couple of times in comments when I was either talking about this kit, unboxing this kit. This is my first, sorry about that. This is my first kit from diamondart.club that has the red guide over the perforated sections. It's kind of the best way that I can describe it. And you guys had mentioned a few times to double check the canvas, make sure it didn't bleed onto the drill field, and it did not. This is a square kit, so I guess even if that had happened, it might not be too big of a deal. But I did, when I was washi taping the border yesterday, I did go ahead and peel off pretty big sections of the cover paper just to make sure that I didn't have any areas where the red ink had leaked through the painting or through the cover, and it did not. I'm still very interested in seeing a round kit with that red guide for the first time to see if that bleeds through, because obviously I can see that being a problem with a round kit. As of yet, haven't seen that. I'm intrigued to try the new cover. I have worked on ones with the perforated sections before. If you guys have been here, you know they're not my favorites, but I do believe the cover is now a bit thicker, and then they also have the guide. So I'm going to give it a go. I am interested in trying it, and I will definitely report back how I feel about it the next time we're working on this kit together. But I am really, really excited to get to this one. So again, this is Cozy Christmas by Rita Konya. It's a 69.9 by 93.8 centimeter square drill kit. These are all 58 of the colors, and I can't wait to get to it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's kitting up. Sorry it was a little, if it feels a little disjointed, I do apologize for that. I'm trying to just do other things in between. So hopefully it was okay for you guys on your end. It feels like it might be a little disjointed to me, but we'll see what happens. I am going to send you guys over to today's Advent clip. Hello everyone, welcome back to day 16 of Advent. We have a lot to talk about in this little segment.
Do we?
We do, because I forgot to film my salted caramel bark.
Oh no.
So I did make it.
And of course you're going to need a taste tester.
Exactly.
To tell you how it is.
Exactly. So I'm going to just tell you guys how I make it. And if you have any questions, you can ask. But it's very easy. So this is the salted caramel bark. And
did you get it from a tree?
No, I made it.
Oh.
So what I do is I use the Ghirardelli melting wafers. I use the dark chocolate and the milk chocolate. You melt both of them. You pour the dark chocolate on the bottom of the pan. I put parchment paper on the pan. Pour the dark chocolate. Pour the milk chocolate over it. Why are you making that face?
I'm not making anything.
And then I use like a fork to like swirl it so that you guys can see. Like you have the two colors of the chocolate. And then I sprinkle salt over it. You can use sea salt, or I use pink Himalayan salt, and that works just the same. And then Luna.
No.
And
only
then
I can eat right now.
and then I chop up some of these craft caramel bits, and that is the caramel. So it's super easy. I don't know. You kind of just, once it hardens, you break it up into whatever size pieces you like. Some of these I could probably actually go a little bit smaller.
So like that small piece I just took, that was basically just all chocolate. But that's fine because the chocolate was delicious.
Yeah. So it's a really easy, it's another really easy recipe. It goes over pretty well. And I've been making it for years now. So how's the salt to caramel ratio?
Good.
Yeah?
Well, let me take one with a lot. I'm trying to find a small piece.
Good luck.
That'll do.
Okay.
The chocolate is amazing.
It's the Ghirardelli.
It's the Ghirardelli.
Yeah.
Because I think one year you made one without Ghirardelli.
It might have been 2 years ago I used like chocolate chips, which you can do.
But the Ghirardelli.
Kind of just makes it like that much, I don't know, like more professional tasting, I guess. It's really good. Highly recommend. I do also have a Nutella fudge recipe, which I'll be making, so let me know in the comments if you'd like me to film that, and I promise I'll keep my word and I'll actually film it this time.
That's good.
That one was good?
Good ratio.
Yeah. Thanks. Would you like to tell everybody how your snowmobile trip was yesterday?
It was better than expected. So it was me, my father, and a buddy of ours. And we were only really expecting to put on like 50 or 60 miles. And we ended up doing 100.
Oh, nice.
Which is great. I mean, we kind of got a late start to the day because we were only expecting 50, 60 miles. You know, we kind of thought we would be back to the truck a little earlier. And plus there's new tech on the new sleds that we have to get used to. And like it was the first ride of the season. So like my father and I were communicators. And every year it seems to be a chore to link them up together, and just this ride, it just wasn't happening with us. So this was actually the first ride in a while that my father and I rode without any communication between the two of us.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucked. I don't know how I didn't have a communicator before, because once you have it, it's so nice, because like if one of us is ahead of one another and we need to stop, we can just say, hey, stop. Or if there's something in the trail, like, hey, watch out, there's a rock in the trail or something. Yeah. But other than that, it was great. We ended up getting back to the truck around 5 o'clock.
Maybe.
I know it was dark, so 5 o'clock. And what's nice about my new sled now is I got a GPS system right on it, built into it. And like, if you go on Polaris is the kind of sled I have. If you go on Polaris's app, you can link your account to the sled, and like you can link other accounts to your riding group, and you can see all the riders in your group. So like, even though Laura doesn't have a sled, she can still download the app.
I don't have a sled anymore.
Yeah, but link back into the group, and she can see where we are.
Yeah.
So like where I ride, there's no service whatsoever, and like there's really nothing around you. So like usually when I get back, because I originally told her, oh, probably 3-4 o'clock we'll be back, and here it is like 5 o'clock, and we still have to load the sled, so we're really not leaving the parking lot till like 5:30.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, she's probably worried, and I look at my phone and I have no service. And my mother, oh my God, my mother worries too. So my father's got to deal with that, but him and I don't have service, and it's a disaster. I was thinking of actually, everything worked out, but I might try to do things a little bit differently this year, so there's a better not communication, but better just so Laura knows where I am most of the time.
Yeah.
But
you're not getting away from me, buddy.
Yep. And when we got there this morning, it was 2 degrees.
When you got there yesterday morning, it was 2 degrees.
Yeah. Did I say this morning?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It snowed here last night, though. Okay, let's...
Anyway, I could talk for hours
yes,
about
you
this,
could.
So.
All right, let's get into Advent calendars. I do have the puzzle calendar to show you guys today, so we'll do that at the end. But let's start with our straw topper. 16, huh? 9 days until Christmas.
You sure?
Ooh.
It's not 10 days?
It's not 10 days, it's 9 days. Stop staring at me like that. It's
26th of December.
No.
It's Christmas.
Oh my Lanta.
December 26th, Christmas.
Do you like today's straw topper?
Yeah, it looks cute.
It's cute. I like this one.
I think this was a good...
I think so too.
This is probably like my 4th time saying it.
Yeah. All right. Fishing calendar.
Number 16.
It's your last vertical one for a little bit.
Is it?
For a little bit.
For the whole time?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's your last vertical one.
So verticals go up and down.
We know.
I don't get many chances to pick on Laura, so.
That's not picking on me. That's making you seem like a condescending booty hole.
Well, I can be.
Yes, you can be. Oh my gosh, can I tell them the funny story?
A funny story.
The package that you got yesterday?
Oh, yeah, you can.
So, oh, look, we have a bean. So, yesterday, I go and I check the mail. It comes, we had a couple packages, last minute Christmas gifts, all that stuff. Stop. It's not there? Close your eyes. Gosh, this one just...
Did they move?
Wait a minute. Hold on a second here.
Don't tell me they...
No.
Can I look now?
No. Wait, did you miss a day or have you not been taking... Did you already get this one? You got this one already, right?
That could be a different color.
No, it's been open.
Hang on. Has it? Oh, I just looked. I didn't.
God damn it!
I didn't see anything.
Okay, I think it's this. You haven't been taking.
And you just swore.
Oh, gosh darn it! You haven't been taking your other days out. You already got these, right?
Let me.
Don't look.
All right, hang on. Can we pause?
Yes.
Pause.
Okay, we're back.
Oh. Now, why did they use the biggest vertical?
Well, you
slot
have to remember
it
could be a little off.
I don't even know what this is. This is interesting. 2.5 grams.
It could be a little off because I had to finagle things. Remember? Where were you putting that?
Laura has my elbow right now.
Where were you putting that?
I don't know.
He's like all the way over here.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, look at that.
Steven. There you go.
There we go.
He's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Okay,
A single hook interests me. I don't know
Yeah?
what I'm gonna catch with that.
I
might
finish
use
my
that.
story now.
We'll probably get a lot of bluegill.
A lot of what?
Bluegill, sunnies.
So yesterday while Steven was away, I went out and we had a bunch of packages on the porch with, you know, Christmas coming, last minute gifts, blah, blah, blah. He had a couple of packages coming and I think I had one coming. So I go out and there's like 4 or 5 packages on the stoop. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I'm looking at the boxes and one of them says Charmin Ultra Strong. And I was like, and it was addressed to Steven. Which, no offense to Steven, I usually do like the household stuff and grocery shopping. You know, like, usually I just do that. So I'm like, there's no way he ordered toilet paper. So in the past, I've had it happen with Amazon where like, it'll be labeled wrong. So the person will go pull your order and they don't really pay attention to what they're picking. They just scan and grab it. So I texted him and I was like, did you order toilet paper? And it's 3 8-packs of toilet paper.
Charmin Ultra Soft.
That's like $50 worth of toilet paper. And it has to be a prank. It has to be a prank from somebody. So yeah, that's the story. I just thought it was really funny. Do you think you know who it is?
I think so.
Steven thinks it's somebody from the snowmobile group, which I also, like, who else would it be? Who else would it be?
Well,
Such a funny thing, though.
They've been radio silent about it.
Yeah,
so,
it's suspicious. And your dad was suspicious on the phone
Yes.
yesterday. Because also, like, not a lot of people know our address. So it had to come from somebody that could get our address from someone. Your dad gave your address to somebody.
Well, I have a thing with my dad where I can always tell when he's smiling. Even over the phone. And he was definitely smiling.
He definitely was.
During last night's phone call.
All right, here's number 16. This is a long advent clip. Sorry, guys. Apologies.
My fault.
No, it's okay.
I went rambling.
What do we got? What do we got? I'd rather stay at Hogwarts this Christmas. Oh, it's a little notebook. It's got little lined paper. That's cute. I don't know what I would use it for, but it's cute. All right, so that is Advent. Now I have to show you guys the puzzle. Luna is guarding it with her life.
And trying to eat the cardboard sometimes.
Trying to eat the cardboard. Okay, here we go. We're moving. Excuse me, sir.
Oh, kicking me out of my seat, huh?
Yep. No, I'll just go around you. Okay.
No, that's all right.
Or not. So here we are. Hi, say hello. Here we are, day 16. Very cute. Uh-oh, the glare is a little bit strong.
Is it?
Yeah. No, it's not you. There we go. That guy was a little... Look, Luna, you fit right in.
Which one's your favorite?
This one, of course, it's her. It looks just like you, Lens. Hello.
Actually, is that what cat's next to her on the right?
It's a ragdoll.
It's a ragdoll.
Yeah, I want a
That's my
ragdoll.
coworker's cat. That's
Oh, that's what Steve has?
That's Pickles.
He has a cat named Pickles, which is like the perfect cat name. After Neville, of course. But yeah, there's the advent calendar. I've decided that this is my new favorite way to do a puzzle. So much so that I ordered myself a couple of winter paintings to do next month because I think that they're very cute. So, I know I see her. She's trying to hide in the box. Luna, hello. Okay, that's it for this super long advent clip. Let me know if you guys would like my Nutella fudge recipe. Steven will remind me to film it. I think I'm going to make it tonight, so you have to remind me to film it if I do. Okay. But I need to clean the kitchen first. Boo.
Steven's making dinner.
Yeah, Steven's making dinner, so I can clean the kitchen. Yay.
And I have done a grocery order.
Yeah, and you forgot everything we needed. It was awful. I got home with all the groceries and I'm like, oh man, they forgot to give me that. And he was like, oh, I didn't order that. All right, that is it for today's video. We will see you guys tomorrow for Advent Day 17. Bye.
Bye.
You're not waving.
Bye, I'm waving.